Giants 8, Salford Red Devils 32. It's time to call in Quincy. We need an autopsy at the John Smiths Stadium. Oh, it's been a shocking season, hasn't it, for the Huddersfield Giants? I mean, this yet again, way below par. I mean, they've been in great form. Ian Watson, coach of the month for the month of July. But this was a right whimpering performance from the Cowbell Army. Oh, yes. I mean, dearie me, 32 points to 8. Don't get me wrong, Salford superb. Nice double there, for Sam Stone, got to be said, out of second row. The spine was at it. Crofty, Sneedy, Burgess, Ryan Riley, the usual repartee. They were at it, weren't they? But dearie me, you Huddersfield Giants fans, what are you thinking? You can't be happy, can you? I mean, if there's a player that pretty much epitomises Huddersfield, start of the season, everybody's excited about the one, the only, Mr. Essen Masters. Oh, yes, we thought, what a player this guy is, came, and then, he's been in and out the squad. His form has been terrible. 5 errors in this game from Essen Masters. 5. Shocking effort. What's happened to him at the start of the season? Everybody, we were, Super League Raw Weekly, we were saying, what a timing. This player looks like with him and the Gama, it could be a massive season indeed for Huddersfield. But, again, in this game, 5 errors, that's just not good enough from a single player. In a game, they were woeful right across the pitch. A couple of players, I believe had half decent games. Joel Scholes, everybody knows Joel, deputised on Super League Raw Weekly. He said that Chris McQueen had a decent game, but actually, he was really pulling trying to pull a rabbit out of the hat in terms of who played well in this one. Really poor. I mean, that autopsy of the Huddersfield Giants season. I mean, you'd love to be a fly on the wall. What has gone wrong at Huddersfield Giants? Everybody had them possibly in the top 4, never mind the top 6, and it's just gone horribly wrong. They're now 4 points off the top 6. You just can't see it, can you? You can't see now Huddersfield getting into the 6, and quite frankly, I'm sorry to say this, they don't deserve to be. The quality of rugby this season has been, on the whole, exceptionally poor from a Huddersfield team that had so much going for it at the start of the season. We know the likes of Savelio and Swift are coming in at the end of the season. Is that going to make the Huddersfield fans believe that they've got a better chance next year? I mean, lots of questions. I mean, we all think Watson's a quality coach, but this season's gone horribly wrong. As for Salford, congratulations must go to Salford. A good win, this one, for them. They've been, like I said, I've been writing them off, but this gives them a real good outside chance now of getting into the top 6. They've been on a 4-game, sorry, it's been worse than that. They've been on a 6-game losing streak going into this game, and finally they managed to get one. And, a 32 points away, quite a convincing win as well. Don't get me wrong, it was as good a performance as it was a Huddersfield poor performance, but this gives Salford an outside chance now of getting themselves bang into the business end of the season, the playoffs of the season. Of course, they sit 6, so they're already in the playoffs, with those points difference over Hull KR. Hull KR, of course, that massive loss against Wigan, now backed up with a big loss against St Helens. Their points deficit has took a real hammering over the last 2 rounds. Of course, Hull FC just a little bit in the shade. What will Leeds do against Warrington this season, we'll have to see. So Salford now will be fancying their chances, and next week, of course, they play Wakey at home. I mean, it's a massive game for Wakey, don't get me wrong. Wakey will be up for that. We know that they've had some good tussles this season. Of course, they only won by a point against Wakefield in round number 5 this season, 14 points to 13. So Salford will not be taking this one for granted, but you would fancy that Salford will go on and maybe win that game against Wakefield, and that will put them in a real good position before they go to Wigan. Then it's Warrington at home, Hull KR away, and then Catalan for them. So a difficult running for Salford, but they'll fancy the chances against Wakey, and we'll see what happens from there. As for Huddersfield Giants, like I say, their season now has gone out with a whimper. Next up for them, Leeds Rhinos, then Lee Leopards, KRFC and Warrington Wolves for them. I mean, it's not the worst running in the world. I mean, they will probably fancy it. I mean, when you look down that table, Leeds Rhinos were ahead of, in and around, Leeds Rhinos in the league table. The level on points with Leeds, of course. Going away to Lee, you can't fancy that. Then it's KR and FC, who again are in the mix, and Warrington, of course, are in shocking form at this moment in time. So there are games there at Wakefield, I think, you know what? We fancy it, but I just don't think that that they're going to be able to get enough points now to get them into the playoffs. Really poor. I mean, I really feel for you Huddersfield Giants fans, I really do. As for Salford, congratulations. You can only beat what's in front of you, and you beat them really well. Some really nice tries indeed. Briley's first, an absolute, typical Salford try has to be said. Some really nice rugby league from Salford on the day. But yeah, there you go. That's in the sheds. Absolute shocker for the Cowbell Army at home. There's form at home as well. Oh, Dear me. Oh, I feel for you. I really do. Never mind. There's always next year. Restart the season now is what Huddersfield Giants fans are saying, and quite frankly, I don't blame you. We'll see you next time on In the Sheds. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All the best.